This is NBR Today. Shares in Fletcher building rose as investors celebrated the news it sold its Formica business for $1.23 billion to Dutch conglomerate Broadview Holding. Three leading analysts welcomed the Formica deal as good for the company's recovery. Most analysts had valued Formica at between $1.1 and $1.2 billion, but Harbour Asset Management Managing Director Andrew Biscand says because the global price of building stocks is down 20 to 30%, getting $1.12 billion after costs was a good result. Although Fletcher has said it will resume paying dividends in 2019, First New Zealand Capital noted the company's cautious statement about cash flows, as well as the timing of Formica proceeds coming through, operating conditions and investment plans. Precision Foundry's owner says about 100 jobs are likely to disappear as he expects receivers will not bother seeking a buyer for the iron casting exporter. Paul Ayres, director of Challenge Partners, the investment firm which owns Precision Foundry, formerly known as Massport Foundries, says while the firm had turned over about 15 to 18 million a year, it could not responsibly continue to trade. He says it was hit by the rising New Zealand dollar and problems with its Auckland plant. Mr. Ayres, whose company bought the business in 2014, says it's working with its bankers at ASB but has not been able to find a buyer or turn around the events that contributed to the business's downfall. Mr. Ayres says money had been poured into Precision Foundry through associated companies, but it wasn't enough. Air 2 Union says its members have been blindsided by the receivership. Workers were sent on leave for the Christmas break before the receivership. Crown Law is one of 6 government agencies to seriously breach the Public Services Code of Conduct over its interactions with private investigators. One case involving former employees of the Ministry for Primary Industries is already being investigated by the Serious Fraud Office. Last night, State Services Commissioner Peter Hughes made a complaint to police about the potential unlawful recordings of meetings of Christchurch earthquake claimants who were in dispute with government-owned Southern Response. Mr. Hughes made the complaint after receiving a report from Doug Martin and Simon Mount QC into the use of external security consultants by government agencies. Mr. Hughes says while the problems are not widespread, most agencies had not breached the Code of Conduct. The public service does, though, need to do better. Trading platform Syndex has doubled assets under management this year and brought on some new shareholders. The Auckland-based company was founded mid-2015 as New Zealand's first trading platform for buyers and sellers of proportionally owned assets. The platform has 4,600 account holders and about 10 regular issuers. It has $2 billion under administration, up from $1 billion at the start of this year. Managing Director Ross Very says the growth has been due to 2 new major private customers and continual offers from its most prolific customers, My Farm Investments and property investment syndicator Silverfin Capital. But does he see the company as a competitor to the NZX? Well, he spoke to NBR's Kalita Stewart Menteith.
Look, I think that we're more complementary to NZX. I mean, one of the I suppose opportunities that we see is as something of a nursery for NZX. So there's a number of private companies that as I just talked about, may want to access capital, bring in some new investors.
The National Party has been successful in reducing its penalty for copyright infringement of rapper Eminem's hit single Lose Yourself during its 2014 election campaign. The Court of Appeal on Tuesday reduced an award against the opposition party in favour of Eminem's publishers from $600,000 to $225,000. On appeal, the National Party sought to reduce the amount while Eminem's publishers wanted more money. The Court of Appeal panel rejected the publisher's counterclaim, saying there should be no additional damages because the National Party did not turn a blind eye to the risk of copyright. And so to tomorrow. Political columnist Rodney Hyde opines no goals have been set for the government's $1.4 billion road safety spend-up. For more on that and other stories, go to our website. Good evening to you.
To unlock your 2 free articles a week, head to nbr.co.nz.